Good evening and welcome to this edition of News Leader on 6. Today is Tuesday, May 26, 2020. I'm Andrew Todd. In tonight's news, Tullahoma High School held its drive-through graduation. The governor offers suggestions for businesses reopening, and we'll hear from the latest Tullahoma School Board meeting about several teachers retiring. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's News Leader on 6.
Hello, I'm Ray Noes. This is a critical time in Tullahoma. On August the 6th, voters will have an opportunity to elect a new mayor, one who can provide proven, experienced leadership, one who knows how to get things done and keep Tullahoma moving. I recognize the value of Tullahoma's excellent school system. Our system is recognized as one of the best in the state, and I'll ensure that our schools continue at that level. I will not vote to raise property taxes in order to have a balanced budget until all other options have been exhausted. I'll work closely with our city staff to ensure that my fiscally conservative values are incorporated. Now, I've served on all city boards involved in economic development. I see that as a way that we can broaden our tax base and avoid a property tax rate increase. Some developers have had issues with our planning and codes department. I'll commit to these improvements. There'll be consistency in the instructions from planning and codes without changes from day to day. And there'll be predictable timelines for providing delivery dates for plan reviews, permits, and inspections, timelines that will be met reliably. Now, while we can't do much about the traffic on 41A and 55, we can improve our local streets and sidewalks, and this I commit to do. So I ask for your vote for proven, experienced leadership.
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Welcome back. Retiring Tullahoma High School Principal Ms. Kathy Rose spoke to graduating students at Tullahoma High School's drive-through graduation on Friday, and we heard some encouraging words from the final graduating student.
For the benefit of those watching at home, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Kathy Rose, principal of Tullahoma High School, where it has been my privilege to be on staff since 1992. I'd like to welcome you to what is most certainly the most unique graduation ceremony we have ever witnessed in Tullahoma High School's 97 previous commencements. Thank you for taking the time to be with us today. I believe it is safe to say that this ceremony may be viewed by more family and friends than any previous graduation. To the class of 2020, today is not the traditional ceremony. There will be no long line of graduates stretching from ROTC to the south parking lot. The same way there was no senior walk, no top 10% banquet, no spring sports with their victories and celebrations. You're disappointed. We know you are. We're disappointed too. 2 months of safer at home is not how any of us wanted to see your school career end. We wanted to see you recognized at awards night. We wanted to peek out of our windows and see you in your sharp tuxes and sparkly dresses, having your picture made in front of your neighbor's azaleas. No, the year did not end the way we had envisioned. But today, as different as it may be from what we imagined, is a day of celebration. A few weeks ago, when it seemed that there was nothing but frustration in my future, several people I admired shared an observation. You cannot let the events of a few weeks define the accomplishments of a long career. I share that message with you today. You have had a 13-year career in school, Through that time, you have had successes and crash landings, moments of great joy that you have shared with the people who are here today, with you in your car and with you in spirit, and moments of heartbreak that those same people have helped you through. Many of our students today wear the Cardinal Stole of Distinction. Students may earn this honor in several different ways, by excelling academically or by achieving a national board certification in a career or technical education field. The achievements of these students and every one of you whose name is called today are the product of many years of work and determination. Some of you came great distances, and I don't mean miles, and you've overcome obstacles that might have broken a lesser person to earn your diploma. And the last name I will ever call, Cameron Marcus Young. Congratulations. Sure. Here.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah. Keep it clean.
As the last official student, the last official graduate of 2020, I made it. We did it. Yeah. Yeah. Close your ears. Woo! Thank you.
I now officially pronounce the class of 2020 graduates of Tullahoma High School. Thank you.
We'll be right back with more News Leader after these messages.
Here at Stan McNabb Collision Center, we work with all major insurance companies, and we get the job done right the first time, on time.
Well, I grew up in Tullahoma. We'd always done business with Stan McNabb, so when we needed collision service after a run-in with a deer, we knew to call those guys. We already had trust with them. We called Cody. He took great care of us. He kept us posted every step of the way, and we couldn't have been more pleased.
Getting your vehicle back to pre-loss condition shouldn't be a headache. So in the event of an accident, contact me, Cody Hall, at Stan McNabb Collision Center.
Here at Manchester Funeral Home, we know the importance of living and working in our local community because it's those families who we serve during their time of need honorably. We believe in supporting local business and offer only 100% Batesville caskets, the best in the industry and a driver of our local economy. If you want straightforward and fair pricing while working with the people you know, choose Manchester Funeral Home, serving your community since 1932. And pre-planning and pre-funding can be the best gift you ever leave your loved ones. Call us to pre-arrange. Manchester Funeral Home. Our family, caring for your family since 1932.
Welcome back. During the Tullahoma High School board meeting, Scott Hargrove had kind words to say about retiring Tullahoma teacher Sadie Watson.
Our next retiree that I'm going to spend a few minutes talking about is Miss Sadie Watson. Sadie Watson is a fourth grade teacher at East Lincoln. She began teaching kindergarten at East Liverpool Elementary School in Lisbon, Ohio in 1911. Before there was even a kindergarten around, she was teaching it. Please don't pass judgment. I have a disclaimer. Sadie knows how I feel about her. She's one of the best people on the planet. Sadie shared with me last school year that this school year, the 1920 year, was going to be her last year. And she got me last. So I started out our first faculty meeting by calling Sadie a goat. And Sadie didn't know what GOAT stood for. Her face was red, and I enjoyed it. And I explained what GOAT stood for, greatest of all times. And so that backhanded compliment, I received Facebook messages following that meeting and phone calls from people from all over wanting to buy my goats. And I kind of forgotten about Sadie, wanting to know how much I was going to sell my goats for. So don't feel sorry for Sadie. She's going to get you back twice as much. And that's one of the fun sides of Sadie that I'll miss. She's a gem of a teacher and even a better person. Sadie has a hard shell like a turtle, and she's firm and tough, and she holds people to the standard, and I will always respect and adore that about Sadie. But a lot of people don't understand she is a gooey marshmallow on the inside, and she loves with all her heart. She's able to reach a lot of children that are so hard to reach, and she just has a natural knack for that. Sadie, I am so sorry that your last year of teaching ended the way that this school year did, but we sure are going to miss you. And I know you're going to enjoy your time with your grandchildren. And thank you so much, Sadie. Thank you for making the difference in our students' lives every day in our classroom. Thank you for making a difference for your principal and your peers. And Sadie Watson, it sure has been an honor.
Scott, you did turn a little bit marshmallowy there.
She'll give it back to me twice. So
Good.
She's tougher than a pine nut.
All right. Mr. Hargrove, continue on.
Yes, sir. Miss Sadie thank you, Miss Rose, for your service. Miss Watson, she wasn't able to talk, and I told her I love her, and she'll be missed. She can always get on the sub list. That would make Rhonda Lynn happy.
Next, East Middle School Principal Woody Delahaye spoke about 2 teachers he has retiring from East.
I kind of feel inadequate here. We've got 2 folks from East Middle School retiring, and they have between them around 60 years in education, and I've gotten the privilege of working with them for about 9 months. So I kind of feel inadequate here. But first of all, Miss Joy Cunningham has been at East Middle School for 20 years. Prior to that, she served as an EA. She even worked with the Cool Kids program. She taught in the split job at East Lincoln and Robert E. Lee prior to coming to East. Joy is an awesome art teacher and an even better person. We will miss her, and we hope that she enjoys her well-deserved retirement. Ms. Cunningham, we wish you all the best.
Go ahead, Joy.
I just wanted to say I've really been on a great journey, and I really appreciate you all. This system has been wonderful to me, and I hope to maybe be back in a different capacity. If you need a good sub, you might be able to call on me. But I have thoroughly enjoyed teaching art, and I think that would be the only thing I would want to teach. Always been a love of mine since I can remember, and I've enjoyed it, and I will miss everything about it. Thank you.
Thank you, Joy.
We also have Miss Nancy Russum. Came to this party a little late. I talked with Miss Russum earlier today, and she told me that she had decided to retire. She said that while she loves teaching, she's ready to be Grandmother Nancy, or Grancy, as her grandkids call her. Miss Russum has been with TCS for 28 years and will be greatly missed. We wish her well in retirement. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Miss Joy and Miss Nancy, and thank you, Dr. Delahaye.
And last but not least, West Middle School Principal Cindy Herrera spoke about her retiring teacher, Jackie Carver.
Miss Cindy, do you want to share anything about Jackie Carver?
Yes, I would love to share something about Jackie Carver. Jackie Carver is retiring after 51 years of teaching, 37 with Tullahoma. And the comment was made, I don't believe there will be another person come to Tullahoma City Schools that will teach 50 plus years with the capacity that he taught our students here at West Middle School. I do want to just share that he did teach 51 years, and I will say no matter where I'm at in the state of Tennessee, if I run across a Tullahoma West Middle School student, former student, the first words out of their mouth, how is Jackie Carver? I just want to share that for me, he was probably one of the most influential people when I first began teaching. At Thanksgiving break, I was sitting at my desk the Wednesday before we went home, and he goes, "What are you doing here?" And I said, "Well, I'm writing a letter of resignation." And the lessons he taught me through the years at Old West Middle School carried me through Tullahoma High School and then back here to West. I just really appreciate all that he's done for our kids. And when you think about a man walking into a gym with 80 plus kids, he always had total control of that gym. He was an amazing person to work with, and I will greatly miss working with him, and I know the teachers here will miss him. We had planned on a big celebration on April the 26th, but it got canceled, so we're moving it to the fall. So we are going to miss Jackie Carver, but I hope he still comes around. We love Jackie Carver. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Kim.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
I'm Philip Bourne, STEM and Nav Detail Shop Manager. Here are a few things our customers have to say about our service.
What I love most about the STEM McNabb Detail Shop is there's someone local that I can trust to pick up my car, have it cleaned, and deliver it back to me in showroom condition.
What really amazed me is when he opened the hood and looked like he had taken the old engine out and put a new engine inside.
We have several different packages and individual services to get your vehicle looking like new again. We're located just behind STEM McNabb Chevrolet dealership. Call today, schedule an appointment, and see what the difference our detail can make.
You made the time and the sacrifice to broaden their horizons, to see their smiles, but mostly to make lifelong memories. We think it's time to do it again, just the two of you. Don't let illness or injury slow you down. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
Welcome back. Governor Bill Lee spoke at his latest COVID-19 press conference about Tennessee's continued efforts to expand coronavirus testing.
You know, our ability to quickly identify cases through expanding testing efforts has really been core in helping Tennesseans make informed decisions about their own health and to learn if they are COVID-19 positive and to quarantine quickly. We are very encouraged by our continued commitment to expanded testing. This is how it is that we are able to reboot our economy and get people back to work, but be safe at the same time, is expanding this testing. We're proud that the Harvard Global Health Institute study just recently reported that there were really, in their view, only 7 states that are testing enough to reopen their economies. And Tennessee was one of those and was heralded as one of the best testing states in the country. In the first 20 days of May, in fact, we performed as many tests, roughly 177,000 tests in the first 20 days of May as we had performed in all the previous weeks of the pandemic. We expect to reach our goal of testing 3% of our population in the month of May. That's 50% increase. In the month of April, we tested 2% of our population, 3% in the month of May. This month, we've tested our entire inmate population. We've worked with every major metro urban housing development agency to test, to provide voluntary free testing. We have tested in all of our veterans' homes. We have supported testing with our intellectual and developmental disability community. And we continue to work with our long-term care facilities with the goal of having all residents and all staff tested within the coming weeks. We're now actively evaluating next steps for expanded testing. particularly for testing certain populations weekly, populations like the staff of nursing homes, to continue to protect our elderly, the most vulnerable in this COVID-19 pandemic. And we want to also just continue to encourage every Tennessean. If you have any reason to think that you need to get a test, when in doubt, get a test. If you're sick, get a test. If you're going back to work, get a test. If you have any reason at all that you think you might want to get a test, go out and get one. They're free. They're available in your health department in every county 5 days a week. There are pop-up testing sites around the state at different times on different weekends. There are private testing labs all across Tennessee. We have a good supply of testing capacity in our state, and it's really important that Tennesseans continue to test so that we can continue to open our economy more rapidly and to get people back to work, making sure that we get them back to work into a safe environment, and testing is a key to that.
The Grundy County Sheriff's Department sent out a press release Friday notifying that a search warrant was performed that included seizure of drugs, cash, guns, and 2 arrests. Rick Adam Dickinson, age 35, and Rachel Gwen Rollins, age 28, both from Monteagle. The arrests were made as a result of an investigation into multiple overdoses in the area. However, the Grundy County Sheriff would not confirm or deny if this arrest has a direct connection. Investigators found methamphetamine, over 100 fake pills believed to be laced with fentanyl, and seized $4,118 in cash, 2 handguns, an AR-15 rifle, and 3 long guns. Both have been charged with possession of Schedule I drug, possession of Schedule II drug, manufacture, sale, and delivery of a controlled substance, and unlawful possession of a weapon. Both are scheduled to appear in court in June. We'll be right back with more News Leader on 6.
Ah, the glory days. Running to daylight on the gridiron and chasing a ball with a mind of its own. Cheering the team to victory and marching to the beat of your own drum. Memories that last a lifetime. But sometimes we're reminded of our glory days in ways we'd rather forget. Get back in the game. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live and play well.
It's not Invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. Get to Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
Welcome back. Governor Bill Lee spoke last week about tourist attractions opening this past weekend in Sevierville.
We want our economy to open back up. We want Tennesseans to get back to work. We want tax revenues to increase again. We want to begin to mitigate this tremendous budget challenge that we have as a state. So we hope that people will, in fact, engage with our businesses here in Tennessee, because we've created an environment in those businesses that's safe for patrons, that's safe for the employees. We have put a particular emphasis and a focus in that part of our state because of the number of folks that travel there. Commissioner Ezell, would you like to make a comment or two? As you know, Mark Ezell heads up our economic recovery group and has been on the ground in Sevier County. And so you want to make a couple comments there?
Yes, just since the question came about Sevier County, we're excited to see that the towns of Pigeon Forge, Sevierville, and Gatlinburg actually went proactive in providing customers to have free masks that'll be provided. So thousands of these were made this week and are being delivered so that on Friday, as some of those attractions open, those communities will provide for customers as they come to their town. Tennessee is going to be a place that's safe for visitors when you come. And this is part of the Tennessee Pledge, and we appreciate the folks of Sevier County being ready not only to take care of the businesses and the workers, but also their customers that are coming in.
Thank you.
And don't forget to tune in to this week's Living Show tonight at 6:30 p.m., Thursday morning at 9 a.m., and Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evenings at 6:30 p.m. This week's show includes Jerry Fox, who will be leading the South Jackson Street Band at this year's South Jackson Goes Country, and we'll have a look back at Bonnaroo 2014. All that and more on this week's Living. And stay with us, we'll have your weather forecast right after these messages.
My wife Jackie has always been the life of the party, but things changed when she couldn't be as active anymore.
They told me I needed a double knee replacement.
It's not as big a deal as it used to be, but she still needed to go to rehab.
I was amazed at how good the therapists were at Life Care. They took really good care of me.
They took excellent care of her, and now she's back doing the things she loves, and that makes everyone happy.
Life Care Center of Tullahoma wants you to get active and live well.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation.
It's gotta be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this moment, starting with your weather history on this date. Our record high was in 1926 at 95 degrees, and the record low was in 1925 at 38 degrees. The average high on this day is 79, and the average low is 57. Rain expected for tonight with a low of 63. Thunderstorms for Wednesday with a high of 72 and a low of 64, and scattered storms for Thursday with a high of 79 and a low of 63. And a positive bit of national news to close with. Tomorrow afternoon, SpaceX will launch the first manned mission from U.S. soil since the last space shuttle flight in 2011 after 9 years of complete dependence on Russia. Astronauts Doug Hurley and Bob Behnken will blast off atop a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket departing from the same Kennedy Space Center launch pad in Florida used by Shuttle Atlantis in July 2011, as well as the Apollo moonshots of half a century ago. Hurley served as a pilot on the last shuttle mission and will be the spacecraft commander for SpaceX's Dragon Crew capsule. Launch time is Wednesday with a liftoff time of 3:32 p.m. local time. Everyone at the News Leader team wishes SpaceX and the astronauts good luck and Godspeed. That's our News Leader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday evenings at 6, 8, and 10 for News Leader on 6. Stay safe and have a great evening.